Well, let's head straight there to the courts. Dr. Nandipha Magudumana and her co-accused are applying for bail in the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court. The doctor, former G4S employees Senohe, Matsoara and Tebogo James Lipholo allegedly assisted murderer and rapist Thabo Bester escape from the Mangaung correctional center in May of last year. Well, Lipholo is the technician who oversaw CCTV cameras within the facility, and our reporters eNCA Silindelo, Masikane and Moloto are there. And join us, of course, now for a quick update on what's to be expected out in court this morning. So good morning to you, colleagues. Good to have you, especially during this time where we're hearing more and more news and updates around, obviously, that application by Dr. Nandipha Magudumana. But for you, Moloto, from where you're standing, I mean, what's expected in court this morning?
Hello, Timelo. Well, what I can tell you is that about 15 minutes ago or so, there were two police vans that drove into this premises, the magistrates court here. And they were followed by one BMW sedan. And we couldn't really see who were the people inside as they were going through the gate. But as Linga is showing you, you will see that particular van and those police women as they are coming here. Just behind them, the van stopped there and a woman got off from the back of the van, and we couldn't identify whether it was Dr. Nandipha or not. Importantly, those three vans, as they were entering through the gate, they were guarded by police officers who are armed with semi-automatic rifles. So that could mean that whoever that person is certainly somebody who is of high risk, because many other vehicles that were coming here, they were really not under guard. Of course, we will know whether indeed that person is Dr. Nandipha or not. But I want to bring into this conversation, Dumelo, Mr. Olane Notuko. He tells me that he is the childhood friend of Katlego, the young man whose body was burned inside Thabo Bester's prison cell. Se realeboha for nakoya how. Tell us about when Ale Katlego, as you say, you are childhood friends, you are neighbors. How did you learn that he has disappeared?
We started to be aware of Katlego lahlile mo kgweding. Then kaile ntho e sempolenyana then kaile bohloko jwalo fumana ntho re Katlego o nyametse till we get into ya re Katlego ke eno o fumana kae, but then re ntse re na le dintho tse re di nang tse re di tsebang hore Katlego e ka ba o etsaetseng ka yena.
And after realizing hore he possibly is the one, Katlego, do you know if the police perhaps have managed to speak to him to find out what could have happened?
Maponisa a kopane le yena, but then ha ke tsebe hore o etsaetseng because ke a mmona o teng hape ka ga motse.
Talking of justice then, as you say you are here to demand justice for Katlego, what form of justice would you really want to see?
Re ntho e ke batlang go bona motho a tswile wa ka zone e leng gore re se Katlego a filwe dilemo a seyo ka ga community, because a re safe motho eno a tsale teng. Thank you.
And tabaya Dr. Nandipha as well as Thabo Bester, the fact that they have been implicated in this, and of course other people who are appearing here, the fact that the allegation is that they used Katlego's body and burned it. How does that sit with you, the fact that this is somebody that you know?
Because ntho e etswa e ba ntho e leng gore batho ba etsa ka taba ya tšhelete e utlwisa bohloko, because bona motswalle wa ka hona jwale bitsong fela la tšhelete o qetelletse a tšhele ka baka la bo Nandipha bo mang batho be leng gore ba na le tšhelete e ngata ngata. So I think re le to Bloemfontein or South Africa re tla lena hore re ke re tswe nthong tsa gore re rate tšhelete, because tšhelete la bona gore e etsa jwang ka ga setšhaba.
Olane Notuko, the man who says he is the childhood friend of Katlego, the young man whose body was burned inside cell number 35, used as a decoy for Thabo Bester to escape last year. And of course, today marks a year since that particular incident happened. Finally, of course, for the family, we understand are going to be laying him to rest this Saturday here in Bloemfontein. Perhaps that could give them a bit of a closure, but of course many questions that remain to be answered, not only by the people who are being charged with regard to this whole saga, but the authorities, the prison people who are managing the prison facilities, but also the government, considering the fact that Thabo Bester was in the custody of government when all these things happened.
Moloko, and I definitely remember when the whole country wanted the victim, that individual whose remains, of course, burned in that prison cell, to be not only named but to also receive justice. And hopefully this will be the beginning for the family to receive some closure, and as they, of course, begin the journey now of receiving justice for Katleho's untimely death. But Sili, good morning to you once again, colleague. Let me come to you. We understand that, of course, this application by not only Dr. Nandipha Magudumana but also her co-accused will be running from today as well as tomorrow, which is a Thursday. What can you tell us in terms of the basis of this bail application, which I'm assuming we'll be hearing more of in court this morning?
Certainly so. I'm coming to you from inside the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court, just outside of the courtroom, where we are expecting those bail applications to be taking place. But not only that, Dumelo, we are expecting the first appearance of two former G4S employees who were arrested on Monday. From the information that we have, we understand that those two former employees were arrested in their homes and were working inside the control room of the Mangaung Correctional Center. So, of course, the SAPS has not ruled out the possibility of more arrests. So, at any moment, we could be seeing more and more people filling up the dock. But at this stage, we are expecting the bail applications of Dr. Nandipha and at least 4 others in this particular matter. We are expecting 3 former G4S employees and 1 current one, as well as a CCTV technician who could be applying for bail. Inside court, I do want to show you that, of course, we have a very heavy police presence, but also a security presence. All of those who are going to be entering the particular courtroom, either next to the one in which the bail applications are going to be heard, or the one where the actual bail applications are going to be heard, need to be essentially vetted. You need to show security whether you have the correct wristbands. We're all wearing wristbands which identify us as being those who are going to be inside of the courtroom for that bail application. I can also confirm that Dr. Nandipha's family has actually arrived here at the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court. My colleague Tebogo is showing you at least 2 family members. We understand that it's Dr. Nandipha's sister and as well as an aunt, if I'm not mistaken. But we know that the family has been coming out to support Dr. Nandipha since her arrest and being brought back from Tanzania. Of course, Dr. Nandipha's father has already been released on 10,000 Rand bail, and so he will be joining those that have been arrested with Thabo Bester on the 16th of May when he arrives for his next court appearance. I'm going to ask Tebogo to just move in with me into the courtroom, and he's going to be showing you that the legal representatives for the accused have arrived. Good morning. How are you doing today?
Fine, and yourself?
All right. I do understand, of course, that they'll be making these bail applications for, of course, Dr. Nandipha as well as the co-accused. We are expecting them, of course, to try and convince the magistrate as well as the court that their clients should be released on bail. We also do see Action SA that, in fact, has been supporting Katlego Bereng's family, which is, of course, the body which was retrieved from the Mangaung center, which was planted. We know, of course, following DNA test results that it has been confirmed. And we understand that Action SA has been assisting the Bereng family in terms of laying charges against the state. They want all those who have been implicated to be held accountable. I'm going to try and speak to Ms. Patricia Kotana. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. Perhaps how important is this case in terms of getting justice, not only for Katlego, but also holding those accountable for this particular escape?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. You know, this case is very important to us as South Africans. We can just imagine for the family that they've lost their loved ones, that is Katlego. And we're here to hear what the court they are going to say, but we do believe that Nandipha and the co-accused, they must remain in jail. And we do believe that more people are supposed to appear. So the police must now do their job, because you could see there are only junior staff that have been implicated into this matter. Where are the senior people who have given the instructions for the release to allow the body to get into jail? And we are going to make sure that even the criminal charges that we have opened, we are going to follow up on it. Thank you.
All right, that is Ms. Patricia Kotana for Action SA. And as you can see, we are still trying to just get ready as the media inside court so that we will be able to bring you those visuals live as those bail applications are made.